Last time on Revenants Wake, Rosa discovered that the disappearance of her village and her parents occurred around the same time, with the village disappearing first and parents mere days later, and not like the 10-day separation that was said because the DM pulled a dumb and misread his notes. Though Amethyst ensured that Rosa's sister was safe, and that the Harper would investigate what was happening. From there, our heroes made further inquiries about one another, and discovering from this mysterious book of Zavens that the illness spreading within Highmoon could very well be something known as an Infernal Sickness, which results in a horrible end. The party then decided to do what next and figured to leave it for the morning. And now, we pick up as three of you are currently in the Rising Moon Inn, and Zaven is currently at his current residence out in the graveyard beyond the walls of Highmoon. So
it's outside of the city?
It's within the city limits, but it's outside of the walls.
Okay.
Where most graveyards for a city would be located, because graveyards are creepy. Well, to some people, I guess.
Rude.
You know what? Yeah, that's fair. That's on me.
That's where all the ghost Pokemon are, though. How else are you supposed to catch them?
Speaks truth.
You're just playing Pokemon Go, Zaven. Come on now. Wow.
So, as you all come to consciousness, I should say, you all did agree to meet at the that current inn, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
The next morning.
So, what do you all do as you wake up?
Do some stretches, get ready, and then get breakfast and wait for people.
Okay.
I don't know how... I feel like she'd be an early riser for once.
What a weird character choice.
What a weird... I'm going all opposite. Sun instead of moon, waking up early. Early bird gets the worm. There's a theme. That's what I'm doing.
Right. So
yeah, I think after the trance state, I would just kind of go around and do some basic tidying of the graveyard for a bit until the proper hour to meet up at the tavern would be.
Yeah. You do see your friend as he looks at you and he just waves you up. Are you going into town there again, Zaven?
Yes, I've met some people and I will be meeting up with them.
Oh, well, that is most great to hear. That you are, would you consider these friends of yours?
Yes.
Oh, that is great to hear, Zaven. I hope the best for you.
Thank you.
Yes, and again, he looks very much like a stereotypical gravekeeper. Overalls, little lithe, but also but also definitely has a welcoming tone to him. But definitely has this yeah, he's a gravekeeper. So, all right. So eventually, as you all come to consciousness, finding your way downstairs, you meet as the tavern is rather calm in the morning. Where there was once a orc behind the bar, now there appears to be a tiefling woman, purple skin, wearing fine clothing as she's behind the bar, seems to be getting some nice hot drinks ready, and is ready to provide out various meals.
I think Gideon would be a lot closer to the time that we'd be meeting up, probably more so than you guys would expect. And he kind of shambling down. You can actually hear the creaks because he's a big boy when he gets up, kind of coming down the stairs. But he's kind of wrapped in like a silk, just like a sleeping robe kind of kimono thing. He's got his hair in like this like towel, so it's like definitely was just showered and got ready and is letting it dry. And he looks extremely tired, like bags under his eyes, as if like he's barely gotten up or having issues. So he's just kind of shambling up to the front and, your new one. Hello there. Do you got any sort of bubblies for the morning? Something to sprite you up with a little bit?
Oh, yes, you're looking for something like coffee? Is that what you're talking about?
No. Nothing that hard or anything, but just like maybe an old, like a orange spritzel or something. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe carbonated a drink with like some mixed in juice or something.
I don't know what this combination is that you're speaking of, but we can definitely... I could try and work something out. Don't necessarily have a mage around here to be able to do things like that, you know.
All right. Well, I guess I'm a little spoiled then. Sure, anything will do. Maybe even just orange juice or something like that. Fresh juice.
Most excellent. That's something that we'll be able to take care of right away.
Turn around, kind of see you guys shamble over.
I don't think I am there until it's like really time. Rosa basically spends the morning getting ready and looking in the mirror and going,
Okay, Rosa, you can do this. Just go out there and
and it's just getting really like worked up. She'll like leave her room and like walk down the hall and get nervous and then go back in her room and then have to give herself another pep talk and then like leave again. So that happens like 3 or 4 times and then finally she makes it upstairs. Probably at the same time as Gideon.
I love it. It's like there's that video where it's like the girl that stands on this bathroom sink. You're amazing. Everyone loves you.
That's a good one.
Hello.
Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone had a decent arrangement for the night.
It worked out all right.
Do you guys sleep okay? Or whatever?
Just like normal.
Did
I don't really sleep.
Yeah, that's kind
It's
of why I
more
said
of a
whatever
trance.
at the end. Yeah, I don't know if many of us sleep, except you, Gideon?
Do you all know? Oh, right. Y'all that strange folk that don't have to do that.
Yeah.
So jealous of that. Really am.
Do
I mean, we can
all-
always, sleep longer, huh?
What is sleep like for you?
Hmm?
Yes, you.
Wow, that is a deep question, my friend. Well, these days, not so restful. I won't lie. I don't know if y'all's in these trances ever. Do y'all dream? End up having nightmares or anything?
No.
Oh, yeah, this is gonna be sure something to explain.
Wait, what did you ask again?
Do you dream or have like nightmares?
Oh, sometimes. Sorry, the server was giving me some food.
Oh, thank you, appreciate it. Will, imagine like when you sit there and you think and recollect over the day, and think about things you've done or people you've met, but then like something weird happens, maybe the weather changes, like on a bright sunny day, a storm comes through, or like, an empty field, all of a sudden a horse carriage comes through and comes after you, and just nonsensical things that really don't make sense. It's kind of how your brain kind of mixes up different memories and recollections into dreams, and then if they haunt you and have things come after you, kill you, wake you up every hour, that's more of a nightmare sort of situation.
So, similar to a sheep suddenly turning red and attacking.
While you're
Very much
sleeping,
so.
so it's not actually
God.
happening.
You
I think
cannot
that's
escape it, I guess.
very much so. I think that's a good, adequate, almost comparison. Some people can control them even more. I've heard, I can't.
I've heard that there's fluidity that some people can have, and some people even interpret dreams. They get those card readings, or they go to someone who might be able to tell a fortune or something based on their dreams.
People always tell me I stress too much. I always dream about my teeth falling out, so I'm always like playing with my teeth now. Yeah, all the time. So now it's too real for me. Too real for Michael as well, but yeah.
I'm breaking the third person.
But not my accent. So anyway, enough about little old me. What's the plan then? Because you all have this, adventure to start unraveling, and maybe I could start pointing you all in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on who we want to talk to first. Right? Would it be talking to people first? Maybe.
Right. And we already sort of talked to the farmer, didn't we? So there's not really... Or the shepherd. Is there anything else that we feel like we need to check in? We should probably check in on that sheep. Mm-hmm. It's probably a good idea.
Because if it started with the sheep, maybe there's something at the actual farm.
Mm-hmm.
I've been around enough cases. There's always something to be learned at the scene of the source of the crime. Motive, how, and source of, the weapon or maybe curse. Source of curse in this instance. 3 things you always got to look out for. Then you can declare innocence versus guilty.
Well, now thanks to Razovan's book, we know to look for infernal stuff.
Very huge.
So
you have the mana, you just got to find the source.
Yeah.
And I apologize, Rachel. Rosa did not let us know about the stuff she found out about her family, right?
Not her family. She just talked about her village missing.
Right, but not okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make
She
sure.
hasn't said anything about
right.
a Cole or anything either. Like, she's just said she's waiting for the Harpers to bring back news, essentially.
Cool.
Yeah, and I guess we could talk to people too. I mean, like, you could talk to people maybe.
I'll be right behind you.
Or in front, depending.
Sure.
Okay.
But
Or slightly off to the side. Somewhere.
Or
Or off to the
or
side.
Resident, either one is fine. I mean, I don't mind. Obviously, I don't mind talking. Yeah, I can talk my own ear off if y'all let me. But I'm not how it's gonna go all the time. So please don't feel free. Don't feel like I have to be the one booming out, all the time or anything.
Many people around here avoid me.
Oh, that's sad.
It's unfortunate.
We're not avoiding you.
Yes, that is why we are friends.
I
I
think
do like
a lot
your
of
logic.
people,
It's easy to follow.
a lot of people on this side tend to judge a book by its cover before they really get to know the contents, you know? That's why there's that saying. But, you know, I don't think you're someone to avoid necessarily. You just have a certain look that you prefer and have and own it.
Yeah, actually, do you know why
Yes.
people are avoiding you?
I do not know.
Oh, okay.
I talked to some people, and they gave me strange looks, and then they tried to get away as fast as possible.
That is a very peculiar thing with this plane, and I'm sorry that you had to experience it.
Huh. I'll watch people talk to you and see if I could see why.
If you don't, I mean, are you open for any sort of insights or maybe tips?
You can share your tips. You are
Sure.
skilled, right? You know what you're talking about, right?
Oh, well, I mean, in this instance, I mean, I won't lie to it. I do declare, I do believe I have somewhat of a silver tongue. I try to be a little humble about, but yes, sometimes it's about
Tongue does-
inflection. About.
Your tongue does not look silver to me.
Oh, right. That must be a regional thing. Silver tongue, mean that you're good with your wits, with your speaking. You're able to bring value out of your words with what you say. So you have value with what you input. That's obvious for what I've seen. But sometimes people, are really annoying and don't pay attention, don't like to listen. So you gotta, either raise the volume up a little bit and just kind of shake them into listening to you again, or find an inflection, feel like you're going up and down like a hill, and it kind of makes people at ease a little bit.
Like this.
That is a great start, my friend. That's a great start. Yes, it's getting there.
And nothing changes, does it? There's the tiny little. I love it.
Pats you on the back. I think it's going to work out great. Everyone's going to love you.
Do you remember what the guard said who was looking into this the most?
Are you talking about the one that took the sheep, or are you talking about the one who was talking about that sergeant fellow?
Maybe it was both of them were coming into town to deal with it. I was really stressed out, so I didn't hear about half of what they were saying, to be honest.
It's fine. The guards had a potential job for us, and then there was something about a sergeant who was interested in people to help or something to that effect. I think.
Yeah, okay.
In my journal for the day, I guess I was a little bit more preoccupied with the names of the sheepies of Zachary and Jeffrey. But then I had General Greer. Not sure if that relates to this matter.
Yeah,
I
I think that was the guy. Yeah.
Oh.
Now that I'm listening
And I
to
believe
it.
he was letting us know that the Hoppers were coming in investigating something as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
they were doing something.
we could always check in with those people first and see if they know anything. So then, you can accumulate everything, all the knowledge at first before you. We
could definitely do that. I will say, sometimes when you bring extra information that they did not know about, it does give more credency to an outsider. So if we would go to a source and we're able to bring them some evidence of this happenings, it would allow us to maybe show a little more competency, depending on who we're talking to. Some people have a little bit more of a air about them when they're in the ranks of sorts.
We also might be able to draft a letter and then send it to, or give it to the guards to send to the Harper or whoever, or if there's one in town, And then they can give it to somebody else.
I think they're here.
Oh, then we can. Then
That's
might
what I
be
was
able to
saying. We
just-
could talk to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. And again, go visit that sheep that they put in the jail or wherever they had it housed. And then go check on it and see if it's
Yeah.
still doing its thing or if it's, still blasting fireballs.
Sure hope not.
So which first?
I'm
One's
game.
local. So we can go there first if you guys want.
Where? Sorry, I didn't hear what you
Said
said.
one's local, right?
I mean,
they're in
they're all
town.
local.
They're both local.
I believe
Everything is
Did the
local.
shepherd come from a different city?
No.
All right, just kidding.
He was just outside. All right. Maybe we should.
Well, they said they didn't have a druid, so they brought him here. But all right.
You said he was 30 minutes outside of town.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm thinking maybe we go check on the sheep first, make our notes, then we can go and bring those and that information to others, just to have that backup. In case we bring it up and then they're like, well, what happened to the sheep? I don't know. We haven't checked yet.
Also, when you're speaking with people of ranks or people that have to do with like magistrates, they spend their mornings in paperwork and don't want to be disturbed for the first hour. Then you bring them new stuff after that first hour when they're caught up on their paperwork in the morning. It's just a weird practice of business for some people.
All right. Hey, let's head out then. To the sheep.
Okay.
All right.
You don't let me take out my weapon against these sheep. Just put that out there.
You pulverize them.
Thank you for that, Alizé. It stands up. I'll be right down. Let me go just braid my hair real quick. It shouldn't be more than, 20, 30 minutes. Starts clambering upstairs.
All right. So, as you all eventually wait to get, obviously, Gideon to finish up his morning ritual, make his way on down. I'm assuming you all head to the courtyard where you all encountered the sheep yesterday.
Yeah, the guards. We asked the guards,
Yes.
and they said that they were going to take it. So,
Yep.
I'm assuming it's at the jailhouse, but we can go to the courtyard first.
Up to you all. Do you if you're going to the jailhouse or?
We can look at the courtyard first,
Okay.
just to see.
So as you go and investigate the courtyard, again, it's going to a little bit more lively as everything is coming into the morning, waking up for the morning. You see, again, 2 guards at the signposts. The raven-like bard is still there, starting to perform. Definitely seems to notice you all and recognize you from the night prior. But people are definitely moving about. You don't really see any signs of the sheep or anything of note currently.
Can I be looking around to see if I can recognize anyone that looks like they might be sick with what people were talking about?
Yes, go ahead and make a perception check.
Rosa, no! It's a 1.
Unfortunately, as you're looking about, people are typically, even though it is toward the summertime, people are typically covered up in a lot of different layers, especially with the sickness going about. Seems that maybe people might be protecting things, though it's hard to tell exactly their motive, or even, which makes it even harder to tell any signs.
How's our wounds looking, by the way?
Oh, yes.
Do they seem mostly healed, or?
As you're looking at them, they seem to be mostly healed.
There's nothing weird about the skin or anything?
I'd say for that, go ahead and make a medicine check.
That's better. 20.
20. As you're currently looking over it, it seems to be fine so far. it seems that maybe you caught it early enough, but you're not sure 100%, but the skin seems to be currently fine and healing up normally.
I would also like be like,
Gideon, can I see your arm, please?
Sure, and I just put it out like this for the hold on to it.
yeah, but yeah, I'd check his too.
Same
I would
thing.
assume the same thing. Yeah.
Same thing.
Oh, you're looking at the thing. I thought you were trying to. Okay, I understand. I was going to escort you if that's what you were asking, but the wound. I thought you were like asking for an arm or something.
No, I'm okay. I just wanted to make sure you were.
I was about to say it's going to be awkward of a height difference. It's not, easy to. You got to lean down to do that for a bit.
That's true. Yeah, don't worry. I won't. I don't need that.
Some people ask for it. It's a polite thing. My bad.
It looks okay though.
You're very tall.
What did he say?
He asked if he could have his arms.
To Gideon?
There you go.
That's perfect.
You two are about the same height, anyways. Look
He'll
at
link
that
arms with you.
Yeah. See, look at that.
camaraderie.
Oh wow.
There's another way
This is
about it.
not normal. I thought he said this is what people do.
Oh, in
No.
more formal settings, and typically, not. It's just a fun thing to do.
This is
No.
fun.
It is fun.
You're just learning these customs, and I'm here for all of them. It's a good way to keep pace with others, too. Anyways,
7 intelligence and a 0 wisdom. It's gonna be real fun to help to BS through some of these cultures for you.
Great combo. Okay, so we go to the jail though.
Perfect. So as you all make your way to the jail, this point, as you're entering and you get into the military district of the town, things are much more straight and organized. And as you approach the jailhouse, there are 2 guards in a mixed match of what looks to be leather and a little bit of plates, specifically breastplates. They're wearing helmets and spears. One seems to be human, another seems to be more along the lines of a dragonborn, specifically a black-scaled dragonborn. They both come to a little bit of attention as the black-scaled dragonborn looks at you and says, "State your business."
Well, kind of looks around just real quick. All right. We are just following up on the events of the night before of the sheepies who had the unfortunate infernal accident, and we believe one of them is still being contained here. We just want to study it, see what kind of events occurred over the night.
"Oh, yes. You are the ones who, we got your descriptions. You are the ones who assisted with the apprehension of that sheep."
Yep.
Yes.
"Well, very well. Statham. Huh? See that these lot are guided to that sheep, or at least that Greer is aware of their presence here. So,
Oh, that guy's here?
well, not here, but he's going to make sure that you are brought to the sheep, and that he's alerted, at least that you are looking further into this.
Chain of command. Understood. And your name?
Reginald.
Only if it matters.
Reginald.
Reginald, of course. Reginald, I appreciate your professionalism.
He gives a slight nod, and with that, he gives a motion to Statham and kind of motions to go ahead and follow them back. As Statham then,
Are there any insignia or religious things on them, or like that state anything besides local militia?
At that point, I'd say go ahead and make a perception check.
Nope. 4.
4. as you're looking over, nothing really of note outside of that this is clearly meant for be the military of a Highmoon.
Well,
So, all right. As you are brought through the jailhouse, you are first brought to the opening area, which has a desk with what looks to be a gnome guard right behind it. Looks up, sees Statham, and he gives a motion that he's going to be leading you all back. Gives a hand wave as the gate behind opens up. And you're brought back where you see a wide collection of various thieves and brigands that are being held in chains and waiting for trial. Statham, as he's guiding you all back, so this sheep was very interesting last night when it woke up. It didn't necessarily go away, so, well, we had to have, someone come in and do some additional binding on it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Better safe than sorry.
So just want to let you know for when you see like arcane things swirling around it.
so like a
Into
smoked
the money.
ham before you're ready to cook it or something. Just gotta tie it up.
Oh, that. Sure.
Poor thing.
Poor thing! The thing's on fire.
Yeah, poor thing.
Well, I mean, originally. Take
I'd
care of
hate
some
to
of
be
your
on
criminal
fire
problem.
too. It's not a fun thing. I'd hate to be on fire too. It's not a fun thing.
Yeah.
So eventually he takes you to the farthest cell. This one is they're all made out of stone, but this one especially, you look, every precaution has been made to be able to shield any additional fire blast has been made on this thing from further blocking with the iron gates. And then as you look into the center, look into the room, almost directly in the center, chained down by what looks to be green ethereal chains to the ground, and there seems to be a muzzle swirling around it with arcane sigils to just keep it bound.
Is it bigger or anything?
It does appear to be a little bit bigger.
Is it still like? Because you know how, like you said, the fur was all like singed and stuff. Is it still like that, or more? I guess.
Yeah, the wool is definitely a little bit more singed,
wool,
and no, it's fine. The wool is definitely a little bit more singed and matted to it, and even get a little bit more spotchy in areas.
It's evolving.
Who was the one that put it in chains? Who's arcanely capable here?
Well, probably the most arcanely capable one here would be that of Nell of the clerics of Bahamut.
So they came in here and did this?
She came in here and bound it as best as possible to make sure we can further study it to see if we can potentially find any type of answers regarding this. We want to keep it alive, but also at the same time, we're trying to see what we can do with it.
It also comes as a standpoint of how humane it is, but the cleric wasn't able to find some sort of restoration to aid it in the moment.
Nothing of that kind of sort.
That's unfortunate.
Was it? I'm
you-
assuming. Oh, sorry.
Are you sure the sheep is alive? The sheep is alive.
That we don't even know.
It's actually a good point.
I'm assuming it's been aggressive the
Ve-
whole time.
Very aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I didn't follow that one. Why are we concerned that it's not alive? Is it just because it's knocked out, or?
No, like,
What
did
if the bad is what is in it, and there's no sheep in it anymore?
Like it got possessed or something?
Yes.
Well, that could be a simple conversation, if it ever did awake.
Simple conversation?
Sure, just
yeah, I mean,
talk to
you
it,
could
see if it still has its wits. I'm sure it would have been pain or something, but
one of them did warn me before it transformed, but
I didn't.
that was
Oh.
before it transformed, not after. After, it wasn't really talking anymore, so.
Right. Speaking with animals.
I don't know if that's gonna
true.
work now, because it was throwing spit, and now it looks like it can't do that
True.
with the
Well, we can tell this
muzzle.
Nell what we know about the Infernal Sickness, or at least just maybe mention it. Maybe she'll know a little bit more direction with that sort of thing.
Could you try? I know when I watch people, sometimes you can tell things about them without them even opening their mouth. Maybe you could talk to it and see if the eyes tell you if it can understand you.
We could try that. If you guys wouldn't mind waiting for a couple minutes to get it ready.
That's fine.
I do
Do you
not
mind
mind
if-
waiting.
Okay. I look to the guard. Do you mind if we're here for a couple minutes?
No, absolutely. You're fine. I'll be back. I'll make sure that someone is back here with you, but because I still have to do my additional duties. So
Okay.
at that point, he goes ahead, rushes off, and someone then see him lean out and just kind of doing a little bit of motions as someone then comes back. It looks to be at this point a half elf is standing with you all and is looking at you and is waiting. Just so I was told to go ahead and keep an eye on you all while you all are back here.
Okay.
Good to meet you.
So I'll ritually cast Speak with Animals, so I don't
Okay.
have to expend a spell slot.
When she's doing that, I'm going to be studying the creature.
Okay.
And then so that way I can see if there's any differences of demeanor
Oh,
when he casts it.
Okay. So just looking to see if it's even can be considered a beast versus like infernal is what you're talking about.
Yeah, essentially, like, is there anything left of the sheep that was still there that it could still maybe understand or
Okay.
communicate, or is it gone, essentially?
Perfect. All right, so that'll take about excuse me, as about 10 minutes pass, you cast the spell, and the sheep at this point does wake up, and even though they're ethereal, you do hear these whispering, almost chain-like entities just shifting about on the floor as it just seemed to gum up and is definitely aggressive within it. I would say at this point for Zaven, for your thing, go ahead and make a insight check.
Be an 11.
Okay. It's even with an 11, it's hard to tell exactly because there seems to be some sheep elements still present, but definitely the infernal and fiendish elements are more so taking over. But it's hard to tell exactly from this angle. But Rosa, as you go ahead and send this spell on over, you just get a, "What do you want?"
Oh, we can talk still? That's fun. Is it like bawing or anything?
No.
Really? So
Well,
it doesn't look. So can they hear anything? Like I like kind of jump a little bit and like look to see if they reacted.
As there is a strange... the thing is, even though it's slightly muzzled, it seems that this was said through almost gritted teeth.
Gotcha. Was that, remind me, which, did I talk to this sheep? Is this
This
one of the ones,
one
or-
is not one of the ones you talked to.
Okay.
Hi. I don't think I caught your name earlier.
I was known as Gabriel.
Gabriel? Okay, was known.
I have no name now.
Oh,
is that Jeff?
are you sure? Why do you feel that way?
Look at me. Look at what I've become.
I mean, it looks like you got sick. Doesn't mean that we can't make you better.
Do you truly think you can make me better?
That's the hope. Better to try.
What do you want with me?
Well, Gabriel, I was just wondering how you were feeling or if you remember anything from yesterday.
I remember the heat taking over, as though fire going through my veins. And suddenly, the hells came through me.
Then what?
Then a tiefling woman bound me here. And now you stand before me.
You do remember attacking people?
I do. I liked it.
Does that scare you that you liked it?
Part of me.
No.
Wait, what was the first thing you did?
Part of me.
No.
Well, if you miss your home, then maybe we can find a way to get you back there.
Please.
I don't want it.
Oh boy.
Do I feel like, as I'm watching the two, does it seem like it's two separate entities, or does it feel like one person battling a nature? If that makes sense.
Make an insight check.
I'm taking the
15.
light now.
Or 16?
16. This seems like a creature trying to maintain onto what it once was.
Hmm.
So
So,
more or
like,
less one thing just losing its former self and whatever it's become now, not necessarily signs of a possession, I think is kind of what she's trying to ask, right?
Yeah, basically, like, something is taking over. It's potentially the sickness, but whatever is there before is fighting to still exist.
Sure. Okay.
Hey Gabriel. We're looking into this, okay? If you can just hold on, maybe we'll find a way to help you. You just gotta remember all the things you like. your favorite patch of grass and the farmer that takes care of you.
Baracham,
He turned us into this.
He turned you into this? What do you mean?
no, he lies. Don't listen to him.
Oh boy. Okay, Gabriel, you just try and hold on, okay? Is there anything else you remember that you can tell me?
No.
Okay. It'll be okay though, okay?
I doubt that.
Gabriel, okay, I just feel better, please. just remember all your favorite things. Okay, I don't know how to end this conversation. Like turn to the others.
Oh, she looks like she's done.
So, quick question about the spell.
Yes.
We can understand her.
Yes.
Is she still speaking common? Okay.
Okay.
Just want to make sure I understood.
Yeah. Some
What
people.
part of that we
Some
understood?
people treat it as
One
though you're
second.
speaking animals. But I'm like, it allows you to communicate with animals. That's how I treat
Translate.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like they can understand your words and you can understand their
Yeah.
words, basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
that's how I treat it.
That makes sense.
That would have been one strange witness to have at one of. Anyways,
Does
how'd that
anyone have
go?
any questions that I should ask? Yeah, Gabriel's still in there.
Do you remember when this started, or like some item it interacted with, or something that maybe hunted them?
Did food taste strange? Water taste strange?
Oh, those are good questions. Why didn't I think of that? Ugh, I'm so stressed out. Okay,
I like go back to Gabriel.
hey, Gabriel, do you remember if water or food ever tasted weird before you started feeling sick?
No. No. Tasted fine.
Normal? Okay. Anything else you remember that was weird before you started feeling sick?
Everything was fine.
Gabriel, any thoughts on that?
Give the microphone back to him.
We're passing the sharing conch on
Yeah.
to the other one, okay?
Strange rats around.
Okay. How are they strange?
Let's see.
They moved like rats.
Thank you, infernal side of Gideon. That's Gabriel. That's very helpful.
I just your genius.
A lot.
We've already hit it.
Okay, any other questions? They said, or he said that rats. Saw a lot of weird rats. I didn't really get what was weird about them.
Were the rats the same as what he is now? Do they have the veins and everything?
Gideon, do you remember if they had veins or anything weird like that?
Gabriel.
Oh, dang it.
I do remember the sheep did, but if you want to ask him about the rats.
No. The eyes.
Oh. they like different color than they should be or something?
Yes.
What color?
Not a rat.
Oh, didn't look like a rat when you looked at its eyes?
No.
Okay, that's actually very helpful. Thank you so much. Okay, so Gabriel said that they like when you look in their eyes, they don't look like a rat.
Gideon said.
Interesting.
I'm just messing
No,
with you.
don't
I'm just
confuse her.
messing with you on
Don't
that
do
one.
that. Just like
So, all right. Danger.
Do we need to look for these creatures?
I mean, definitely keeping an eye out for rats would be a good thing. Especially because, okay, so it seems like Gabriel is struggling with two sides of himself. The diseased infernal side and the normal him. And so, like, the infernal side was, like, trying to lie to me a little bit. And then the normal him was, like, trying to actually give me good information.
That seems like good news.
I mean, that's good that he's still in there for sure. I don't know how long it'll last.
Is there like how is he in like a cell?
Yeah, he's in a single person cell in the direct center. So it's not necessarily the biggest, but for a sheep, it works.
It was fine. Okay. I will take like I have like a little packet of like various seeds in my bag. I like take out like 2 or 3 and I want to cast Druidcraft to make them like bloom.
Okay.
Like kind of instantaneously, just like some really pretty like blue flowers like will grow from her hand. And then she'll like put them like right by the bars, like in front of Gabriel, and be like,
Hopefully this reminds you of home a little bit. If you feel really bad, just keep looking at that, Gabriel, and remember the pretty things at your house.
He just kind of just lowers his head just onto the stone floor and just gives a slight huff.
okay. Yeah, so I like arrange them a little bit and then I step back.
Okay, unless you guys can think of anything else, I think.
I don't have anything.
Those
Very
are
good
very
job.
nice flowers.
Thanks. I thought maybe it'd help him.
It's very kind of you.
Kind of hard to remember that your old, like, happy life if you're in, like, a prison cell, you know?
That is true. Good job, everyone. So, 30 minutes out to this farm, we can maybe go search for these rats.
We could tell, was it Nell that did this?
Yeah.
'Cause maybe, I don't know.
I think it's a better thing to inform, especially a cleric.
Well, maybe they can already start looking out for them before we leave. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Maybe Gabriel will be feeling a little bit better by the time we get back from all of this as well. Once we make our little pilgrimage over there. So, and we can also stop by the shepherd before we leave as well and ask him about rats if he saw any in particular around the sheep.
well, I think he went back to the farm.
Did he already go back home?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't know if he
we
stuck
saw that when
around.
we go over there.
Okay. All right.
Did he take the other sheep that did not attack when he left?
Yes, I think. Did he? Do we remember that one?
Yeah, that he guided the rest of the flock home. So from there, what he did, you have no idea.
If
Mm.
it was quick, maybe we should go quick also to see if he is all right.
That's a good point, actually.
I mean, we can always write something up quick and hand it to the guards. We can just scribble something down and have them deliver it to Nell. I think it's important that the clerics know, and they can kind of adjust while we're gone,
Well,
at the very
is
least.
she here? I thought Nell was here. Are we talking to her quick or going?
She's in
now?
town. Yeah.
Right, I'm just saying to save time if we make a note and have that delivered to Nell while we go, then we can try to catch up, find Bertram maybe a little bit quicker instead of spending time talking to her, potentially for however long. Does that make sense?
Or we could just send Statham. I mean, it's only going to be about an hour before we get back here anyway, right?
Satham is gone. He went to go notify Greer of your guys' presence.
Just kidding.
There's so many names already.
Well,
Is
if you're
there someone
worried-
we should talk to here though that may know more. So we.
Well, that's what I was saying. Yeah, Nell is probably around here somewhere, I would assume. In town. They're with the Paladins, is that what he said? The Bahamut? Or she is?
It sounded like it.
So,
Yeah, I'm
or
good either way.
Greer, right?
yeah, but he's not here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I will follow you.
Poor buddy.
There's a lot of names to keep up with.
Yeah. I mean, you guys keep asking about guard names and stuff like that, so it's like...
Yeah.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It's the names previous because I didn't write down that one guard's name, but I wrote down General Greer. I just didn't know the other guy's name. I don't know who Statham is.
He was just a
Here's
random
just
guard.
Statham,
just an
the other guard.
assistant.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha.
You know, we
Yeah.
have to respect every guard for how much time and effort and training they put into this long and equitous career that they put forth. They save lives,
Of course.
I hate people that do not respect the position of guards and militia. Sure. Either way is fine. I mean, either way, we're either going to
I don't
help
think
let Nell know beforehand. Otherwise, we're, potentially risking more sheep being bitten.
Yeah. Okay, well. Gideon, you make a call since you're expert.
Nope. You already made the call. To Nell it is.
Oh, okay.
Gotta believe in your gut.
We'll make it
Oh.
brief though.
So,
Maybe on our way out, we could just ask Reginald if he's still there,
yeah, he's still there.
where Nell is.
Oh, yes, Lady Nell, she'll be at Zarlandris Ruin in for the Temple of Bahamut.
Thanks.
Perfect. Which, Rosa, you would know where that is because you actually saw it last night on your trip to the Leaves of Learning.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so I'll just go.
Oh, I just passed that the other day, or last night.
Perfect. Lead the way.
Okay.
Perfect. So as you all do make your way to Zarlandris Ruin, you enter into the more temple holy district area of the town. There are typically more shrines, and really only a few major temples. But Zarlandris Ruin is definitely worthy of note because it looks to be almost made in the shape of a coliseum. Stonework on the outside, and then it's an open coliseum as well, and it is almost roofed with what looks to be the rib cage of a dragon.
Sick.
And outside of it is the symbol of the platinum dragon, a dragon and a fist beneath it.
And then, can you remind me?
Yeah.
What's the reputation of like Bahamut and stuff?
Yeah, anyone can go ahead and make a religion check if you want.
That'd be great.
Oh, jeez.
15.
11.
15, 11.
Dirty 20 for some reason. Rolled a
20.
19.
Did you roll it all, Gideon?
That's about right. 12 down to 10.
12 down. So even with a 10, Bahamut is a major deity. He is specifically, most often, the god of good aligned dragons, and very lawful, but is also a god of warriors and champions and justice and upholding all that is right. He, for the modified 20, you know that, so Alize, you would know that he can sometimes take the form of a warrior or even other forms and challenge his own champions to fights, just to prove their might or to test their might. So, basically, they're all about warriors and honoring and being honorable and justice. And obviously, biggest enemy is Tiamat.
Yeah, that makes sense why she would know that.
Yep.
In my notes, I said he challenges his warriors for funsies.
That is pretty much accurate. That is pretty much accurate. So
Cool.
But we'll go in.
Temples are so grand. Yep, away we go.
perfect. As you enter on in, this one is unlike most temples you've seen, as it seems to almost be an arena as it opens on down, and there are various just steps looking down into a fighting pit down below. You see what looks to be a halfling wearing various worn armor, seems to be doing various challenges, as he seems to be also be wielding a broken blade of sorts. But standing on the pillar training him is a red-skinned tiefling woman that is rather scrawny in the elbows, arms, and rather lithe in appearance. But she definitely has a commanding presence about her, as there's also very just simple robes of silver and blue. There are other various people walking about the temple, watching this unfold. A human woman walks up and says, "Ah, yes, welcome to Zelandra's Ruin. How might I be assistance to you today?"
Well, it looks like we are hoping to gain an attendance with that lady Nell there.
Ah, one moment. And she just see her pull out what looks to be this war horn of sorts, and
Okay.
at this point, Nell
Enter.
raises her hand, and you see the halfling pause for a second. She looks up and gives a slight motion. You all are welcome to go on down into the pit to speak with her.
It feels like a trap, but thank you so much. I much appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
He'll whisper to Gideon, "Is this a trap? Should I be ready?"
Oh, it could be, but probably not. Don't worry. It's always good to have a hand on the hill, though.
Okay.
Oh, and not deadly, like in a could be testing way, but probably not.
Oh,
But maybe.
okay.
Go with Alize's lead.
Oh.
And she's just walking.
So as you all make your way on down, you eventually find your way into the pit. There's made of fine sand. There are various pillars thrown, either standing that are crumbled, or others are thrown into the dirt to add to extra terrain. As Nell slowly walks on over and is still standing above you all, the halfling that was once there seems to have been dismissed and is currently elsewhere. As she looks down to you all, "So, what can I do for you?"
All right. And I'll give like a really deep bow. Lady Nell, we've been told of your presence here. We were at the incident yesterday with poor Sheepy's Gabriel, though we found his name. The ones that have been infected, and we have some information we wanted to pass along to you as part of our own investigation.
You managed to get the sheep's name?
It's really easy if you just ask.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, that's that's really good to know. But either way, glad to see that you are here and looking into this matter.
Yep.
Yeah, we're kind of in the middle of when it all happened, so...
Just wanted to help.
You see, as she does that slight little pause, there's almost like a nostalgia going across her eyes when you mentioned that. Well, if you wanted to help, that's always good. We could always use more strong arms here in the hills of Highmoon. I don't remember what those things are called. But what more information?
Mountains?
Yes, mountains. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I like you.
But so the sheep's name is Gabriel.
Definitely not Gideon here. It has been many people starting to confuse that.
So
I might go by Gabriel. It is a fine name.
So so you found the sheep's name is Gabriel. You're able to speak to it. Is there anything else about this thing that we should know? There's very little that we are, well, made aware of regarding this whole situation, regarding those becoming ill.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me see.
She seems to have blanked out a minute. Like, I think also the avenue of like being in the fighting pit is like really weird to her. She keeps like looking around.
Well, it just seemed like there's like, the nature of the illness is like fighting the original nature of Gabriel, if that makes sense.
Well, that's interesting. Doesn't mean it's possession, so must mean it's...
I didn't get the sense it was possession.
We did stumble across a well-natured remedy, or not remedy, but source claiming that it could be matching the symptoms of Infernal Sickness.
Mm-hmm.
I believe is what it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my personal studies haven't come across that, but again, my studies weren't necessarily in the areas of illnesses, as it were.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say sheep.
That too.
Gabriel mentioned rats as a strange thing that happened before he started feeling sick. And, you know, like sheep sometimes, they just have like a hard time describing things. But he did just say that like, it was like they weren't rats when you looked at their eyes.
Well, that is interesting. Something worth keeping note of. I'll make sure that Greer and others are made aware of that as well. But as far as not being a rat, while also looking like it, could be a shape changer, wouldn't be surprised. But
Nothing comes to mind regarding that, though. That's strange.
I mean, if we're talking about infernal sickness, is it too much of a jump to believe maybe they're just infernal rats? I've heard stories of abyssal chickens being quite horrifying compared to our own chickens.
Infernal chickens? I mean, I knew
So I've heard.
I mean, I knew a giant fire-breathing chicken before, but not an infernal chicken.
I mean, that's what I've heard through the grapevine. Some El Terrell people or something on that. I don't know the timelines.
Wonder
I
how
don't know
they
if that's
taste.
happened or not.
Am I able to get a read on her at all? I just
I was
wanna-
about to ask the
go ahead
same
and
thing.
Go ahead
Yeah.
go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay.
16.
16,
12.
12,
11.
11. Gideon, are you rolling at all or no?
No, I do all the talking so they can do all the watching.
So 12, 11, and 16. All of you would be able to gather that she is definitely excitable, and she is very sincere. When it comes to, she just may not be the most knowledgeable.
Okay. But she doesn't seem like she's making light of the situation necessarily. She's more just like excited to like be talking about stuff type of thing.
She just seems like a very excitable personality.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. If you see rats around, it might be good to check them out because somehow spreading sickness or something.
Well, we'll take a look at it, see what we can do. I know a few of my champions and warriors down here have been looking for a fight. Maybe fighting some rats will be kind of boring for them, but it'll give them something.
Wait, are we bringing the rats back here?
No, I
No.
think they're going to take care of the rats.
Oh, okay. For a second, I was like, we're not gonna go to bag rats.
No, luckily this is taking us off our plate because I mean, I think we leave it to people more skilled than us.
Very fair.
I guess you'd just be careful if your people don't get sick too.
Don't get bit.
Oh, we'll make sure of that. We'll find ways.
I was going to ask, it didn't seem like any of the people have progressed to this point at all, but I mean, are anybody, human folk, another kind, getting sick as well? And you heard anything of that?
Oh, many people are getting sick, but as far as how far along they are, it's hard to tell because they all have almost the same, symptoms. We've been doing what we can, but various spells that we have access to don't really seem to work. See, we don't really have the strong clerics in this town. The ones that can do things like greater restoration.
I see.
Nothing like my former mentor or anything like that.
Do you think you might be able to get anybody who possesses such abilities here?
The only one that I know would potentially be, as far as a wizard you were asking about, there might be some farther north in Shadowdale. I do know of a cleric who is also of the Church of Bahamut within Dagger Falls, Baron, but beyond that... But Dagger Falls is months away north from here.
I was about to say, I have no idea where any of these places are.
I'm sure we can find it on a map. It won't be too hard. But I was going to say, you mentioned your former mentor.
Yes.
Who would that be?
Well, sadly, he's no longer here with us. He kind of gave his life in a battle with his adventuring party to make sure the bard came back. So he serves Bahamut now at his right hand side.
There's a plus side.
Exactly.
Yep.
I don't know if it. I mean, are wizards in possession of such restoration magic? I'm not really familiar personally.
Per my knowledge, not really.
All right.
How do you plan to help the people and the animals who are sick if you don't have the skill?
Well, we're doing what we can to comfort them in the meantime, and we're doing what we can to work with the Harpers and those in the surrounding area to find a cure. I'm working with some who think they might have an idea or an inkling of a cure, but they haven't arrived yet. So
Oh, they're like from out of town?
they are from out of town. They are two hunter-gatherers that typically go throughout the region, the forest of Cormanthor.
Okay. Would you know when they'll be here?
They said in a message that they would hope to be here. She kind of thinks about it. Well, should be about a day or two now. All things hoping.
All right.
Okay.
It's
It might
good
be
Not too
good.
bad.
It might be good to tell them the whole sickness angle thing. That's got to be pretty relevant in working towards a cure, I would assume.
Oh, absolutely. When they get here, I'll definitely make them aware of it.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. Two birds, one stone. Seems like our work here is done then.
Yep.
Well, I think we were gonna go to the farm and see if there's anything there.
Just to check on it.
Do you know everyone who is sick?
I don't know everybody, but I know there are many people who are sick.
Do you know if they are alike in any way?
How
That's
so?
a good question.
Do they live in the same part of the city? Do they meet at the same place?
No, that is the most strange. That is the strange part about this. It's completely random.
Is there anyone you know that is sick that, like, or okay, so you're a cleric. Have you like examined them and stuff?
Yes.
So what'd you find out?
Well, they are often hot to the touch, which I am perfect to take care of. Intense sweating, but also they are usually bedridden for some have been bedridden for at least a 10-day, if not longer. It
Okay.
just completely wipes you out from your ability to be able to do anything. I haven't seen any strange markings like I did with the sheep, like black veins or anything along those lines, but usually the telltale signs are reddish skin due to the heat and sweat.
When we were looking into Infernal Sickness, the end result for like humanoids is you get turned into a lemur. Do you know what that is?
Lemur. Oh, yes. Those are basically almost less than nothing within the Nine Hells. Demons, the lowest form that a demon or a fiend can be. Basically almost like mounds of flesh.
Oh.
Ew.
Okay, so that might be their end result if we don't find a cure.
Well, that will certainly help us speed up the process.
Yeah.
Definitely motivation.
Miss Lady Nell or Miss Nell, how do you prefer?
Nell is just fine.
Nell, I appreciate the casualness. I'm not one to be very understanding of the undead and everything that comes across that. It's not really my say of study. Besides normal undead skeletons, I've heard ghost spirits maybe and souls. So you're saying this is a level worse than that? It's just nothingness but their bodies and a mass of that without their soul?
More or less.
There's a double fold question. One, what are other levels of undeathness then in between that? And second, what would happen to one's soul if one became something like this?
Correction. I'm sorry. I misspoke. It's more so that is the result of what happens to the soul that is either... So that's most likely what happens to the soul if they make a deal with a fiend or a devil and it doesn't go through, or they are infected with some sort of curse that results in them turning into a lemur at the end of their life. So that is their soul that has become into a mound of flesh.
I guess that would track with Gabriel too, because he got turned into something, but he's still there.
Because you were saying that he's kind of two-sided right now.
Just to indulge me too. So that's on the far side of what happens. What about like on the near side of different degrees of, you're saying that's like what could happen with like infernal curses, but then you got like on death, but like what about like something like in between us living in that point, like somewhere in between?
Oh, you're talking about a soul that exists but still has still has its own mind. Is that what you're talking about?
Or even their own body,
Well, there are two.
Seems like there's different levels of that.
Well, there are different types. There's something known as a revenant, which is usually a soul that seeks out vengeance against whatever wronged it or whatever thing that caused it to exist.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's also another thing called a hollow one, which is usually a entity that remains around as a result of, well, potentially unfinished business or something anchoring in them to this life for whatever purpose, but something happened that they managed to maintain their consciousness.
Fascinating. I did not know about either one of those.
Would either one of those ping for me? Just curious.
Just for fun, make a religion check.
All right.
You got this.
Go, go, go.
That is rolled 18 down to a 17.
Oh, buddy.
A deck he is not. But
Yeah.
still,
No, he's not a deck.
But hey, you know what? A 17 with a -1, that's still good. Both of those would definitely ring bells for you.
Okay.
So you're saying those are like higher levels of that, and a lemur is the lower level? Is that what you're saying?
A lemur is the lowest possible form that a fiend can ever take. You do not want to be a lemur.
Okay. I don't know what would be the point of turning a bunch of people into that?
Servants.
Hierarchy.
Oh.
So I think when he says lowest rank, he's meaning fiend realm.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. My apologies.
Interesting.
Do you think then, I mean, if this is all random, Could some of this maybe be caused by some sort of deal someone struck for a region or city?
Well, now that the Infernal bit is definitely in play, it is something that is going to be certainly worth looking into.
Yeah. Would any of us be any aware or be understanding of anything of like El Terrell and Avernus and all that?
That would definitely be a religion check. I like the question. I love the question.
It's I don't know where we are in the timeline, but I figured since we're in the world.
Yeah, so Avernus, I'll just say out of game, Avernus is one of the layers in the 9 hells. So
Yeah.
I guess I meant the events in the campaign, sorry.
No, you're good.
12.
12? What'd you say, Alize?
I rolled a 13.
13. Anyone else roll religion or no?
Oh, I'm sure I will. I feel like maybe I know. I got another one though.
So probably not.
Yeah.
That stuff was rather really intense. So
yeah, I might have skipped over that chapter because I didn't like it.
13 and 11, correct? 12 and 11. Okay, oh, that was close. So both of you would know that those are definitely layers of the 9 hells. As far as the structure and who rules it, Alize, with your 11, you would actually, this is relevant for you with being an Avriel, you would know that since the DC is going to be a little lower for you on this one, that Tiamat is the ruler of Avernus. Beyond that, you know that usually one of the 9 hells is ruled by an archdevil or an archdemon. Beyond that, the other ones, it varies, and you're not sure beyond that.
Remind me, and this doesn't necessarily have to be Alize, this is also Dealey asking this.
Yeah, you're fine.
I know there's a difference between demons and devils. Which are the lawful good one, or not lawful good? Which ones are the lawful and which ones are the chaotic?
So there is a lore answer to this one. For me, I ignore that and just say they're all on the varying areas of evil because, yes, that technically messes with the lore of the Blood Wars. I don't care.
That's fair.
So, because the Blood Wars in themselves are supposed to be naturally chaotic. So...
Yeah, I've played a bit through the Hells and a bit through Avernus in my own in another game, but that was also kind of his homebrew stuff too.
Yeah,
and he kind of played it as like it depended on the entity. So I just wanted to make sure for my brain that I wasn't pulling from my previous knowledge.
Good. No worries, you're good. I play loosey goosey with it just because I think that's more interesting.
Yeah.
So with that question, so we know about the somewhat of the Avernus, but what about the descent of El Terrell? Because that'd be a big thing if that did happen.
So something that is not something that happened in my setting.
Okay. That's kind of what I was trying to get to. I wasn't
sure. No worries. Yeah, that's
so
something...
he would have not known that a city could potentially be brought down. Okay, cool. That's what I was kind of trying to get to. Is like if he's like, well, if that happened, could this be associated to something similar?
Got it.
Well, that's quite over my head. I'll be honest. It's a fascinating night read at times, but
interesting. Well, I wonder if your god is going to have an interest in this, if it does have something to do with, Tiamat's realm.
Oh, well, if that's the case, it's going to be an exciting day.
We love interesting things happening.
Absolutely.
In a morbid way.
Oh, of course. But if we get to fight something too, that's kind of fun too.
Just don't take out that sheep yet.
Yes, please keep him safe. I think he's definitely still in there. He's trying to fight to stay himself.
Yes. We will, under the promise of my deity, I will do what I can to protect him.
It's your shorn oath.
Exactly.
Sigh sadly.
I'm sitting here thinking of sheep jokes, and laugh. So if you've seen me kind of like laughing to myself, because I'm thinking of sheet puns.
We'll be
Thanks.
wholly on this for sure.
Think so. Yeah, I mean, maybe like if I could come visit and talk to him sometimes.
Well, that will most likely be something to take up with the guards.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. I can't think of anything else we need to say right now. But if we find out more, we can tell you.
That would be appreciated. And if there's anything I find, I'll let you know in turn.
Thanks.
Sounds good. We're at the inn.
Perfect.
The Rising Moon. I don't know if there's a lot of other inns in the town, but
there's only a handful, but that is good to know.
all right.
Thanks.
Should we go see Bertram? Check up on him and all the others.
So,
Are you all still going to be investigating this? I mean, it seems like they have it pretty much on the hand.
Well, I want to at least make sure Bertram's okay. He had all those and all his sheep.
Sure. Understood. All right.
Just making a house call. Being polite.
Sure. It's been a while. Sorry. I'm going to lead the way.
That you've left. Wait, for what?
That I've involved myself in matters that don't necessarily involve me. My apologies.
Oh. I mean, you're doing a great job helping ask questions and everything. It's been very helpful.
But no. For sure, let's go.
and then you all make your way outside, being directed to where Bertram's farm is located. That's where we're going to take a break for tonight.
Nice.
Perfect.
perfect. So, as you all, as we pick up, you all have been walking for about 30 minutes outside of the town of Highmoon. It is currently approaching about about afternoon with all the walking around the town that you've been doing this morning. And eventually you do find the simple homestead of Bircham's. And it is just known and it is literally just labeled as that, Bircham's. It is a simple farmstead with rolling hills and stone walls to line the property. A simple single-story house with a barn in the back, area for feed, and you see that there are definitely sheep out in the fields with Bircham standing watch, and a border collie looks to be going around and helping his master herd the sheep.
So scenic.
With a quick look around, does it seem like there's any sick sheepies or anything weird, just from my first glance?
Yeah, as you're approaching, go ahead and make perception checks.
Let's watch.
Rosa,
Gideon-
stop.
Gideon's not looking around, but he would have pulled out his lyre on the way here, and he's like humming like a certain song, almost like he's stuck in a certain verse over and over to himself, but he's kind of like a little bit of a minor sort of sad song, but he seems kind of lost in his thoughts during the walk. He doesn't really seem like he's the front man on this one.
Yep.
I got a 12.
12?
9.
10.
9, 10. Nothing really seems to stand out to you all outside of this really scenic view.
Okay. Well, we can go ask him.
Okay. So go up to Bertram.
Right, perfect. As you all are approaching, he looks, he sees you all approach. He goes, "Oh, you all made it out all here. Made it out of here. Great to see you all."
How are you feeling? Are you okay?
Well, all things considered, I'm doing all right. It was a shame to happen to view the sheep yesterday, but we're doing what we can. We have the ones that are infected a little bit blocked off in certain areas of the barn to make sure that they can prevent any spreading, if that's the root cause of it, to other sheep in the flock.
Oh, you have more that are sick?
There are a few that were not as far along yesterday that we are definitely keeping a closer eye on, but definitely keeping a closer tracking of time to make sure before things get even worse. But actively looking for remedies. The missus is doing what she can to look for ancient, old family recipes for various ailments to see what can assist in that regard.
We do have a little bit of investigating that we did on our end. Actually, it was Rosa here. Do you want to talk about it, Rosa?
Yeah,
You know
that's
sheep.
Yeah. Well, I talked to Gabriel, one of your sheep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, the one that was managed to be knocked unconscious.
Mm-hmm. So it seems like he's still in there, but it's like it seems like whatever happened is like a sickness, and it sort of has its own nature that it's trying to have them become instinctual for. It almost feels like for attacking, and things like that. But I think at the core though, he's still there, and wants to come back. He knows you. He remembers you. But there's also this other side that's like fighting inside of him.
Well,
So
that is definitely great to hear. We'll see what we can do. But please, if you're here to investigate, my property is yours to be able to go and look around to see what else you can do to assist. We've done everything. We've looked over to see what we can find. Nothing necessarily unusual for a barn or farm like this.
have you seen many rats?
We have seen a few, but that usually comes with the territory. We do what we can to clear them out, but sometimes the little buggers like to make their way on in.
It seems like from what I've been talking to Gideon about, the rats might have been a cause, maybe. I don't know, but some affiliation.
It's Gideon or Gabriel. I'm just curious on that one.
Oh, did I say Gideon again?
Yeah, it's okay.
I meant Gabriel.
You're doing good. You're doing good. You know, at this point, I feel honored that me and Gabriel can share a name. Even let's nickname him Gideon. I'll be Gideon. He can be Gideon.
Nickname.
So,
My nickname could be Gabe.
so that's not uncommon for rats to be carrying diseases of kinds, but of this kind, that is rather strange. But still, if you're able to find it within the barn or whatever, then by all means, go ahead and do so. I naturally, I need to tend to my flock out here, but that is definitely good to know and definitely worth keeping an eye out on.
Yeah, if you see them, be careful with them, I think.
Especially with ones with weird eyes.
That's what, yeah.
Weird eyes. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, Gabriel said it's like they didn't look like a rat. Does that make sense?
Not necessarily, but if it's a sheep talking, then I guess they're going to describe things in their own way.
Yeah, that's usually what I found, is they kind of describe things a little differently. But I think what Gabriel meant was that it's like when you look at someone and maybe you sense something more is there, or like they're hiding something, or maybe more intelligence that a normal rat might have, or maybe not normal than what he's used to seeing when he looks at rats.
Maybe a different devilish, demonish sort of presence, or, you know.
Something.
It is possible.
So,
Alright.
yeah, but we can look and maybe see if we could find any of them, I guess.
Yes, if that is why you're here, then absolutely.
And just to see if you were okay.
I'm doing okay with everything that is being, well, occurring.
Have you received?
Very sorry for your losses.
Thank you. Well, hopefully we can minimize that.
Hopefully.
Did you receive any sort of compensation from the city yet?
Well, it has only been maybe about half a day, if that. So, if I do, haven't gotten it yet.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Another way for a lot of people to come into town as well, so I'm sure your due will be sent to you. But if we can prevent any others from turning, that'd be fantastic in the meanwhile.
He gives a slight nod.
Well, much obliged. You guys stay safe in here. We'll go out scout and everything. Just real quick, give it a nice look around.
Perfect. So you are all currently out in the field at this point, speaking with Bertram in the middle of the flock. He's there. He gives a slight whistle as he motions to the flock to go ahead and move in a specific direction. That signals the border collie to be herding in a way, basically away from you all and wherever you're headed.
I love seeing the big, wide open spaces like this. Just brings a lot of comfort.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I would take, if the party didn't mind, I would take another 10 minutes to cast another Speak with Animals.
Yeah. It's all good.
Before we go in.
Alize's just like watching.
Does that have to be... Is that just like we can talk to any, or does that have to be directed towards a certain one?
It's any, I'm pretty sure.
With sweet.
Yeah, communicate with Beast for the duration. It's for
Okay.
10 minutes.
Cool. I'll go ahead and do the same while you're doing that.
Awesome. Tag team.
Back up, yeah, you know. The whole time he's like, no, seriously, it's all right. You can call me Gabriel Gideon. It's fine the whole time.
Yeah.
So,
And Zaven, this is also a good time we could maybe work on like our elbows and some of the weapon work if we come up across something.
Just so I understand, do I shoot rats or do I need to not shoot rats?
Okay, Rosa.
They don't seem too good. We could try talking to them first if we see some.
Even if we can maybe figure out where they got this from, but it
Yeah.
does sound like we'll probably going to be end up shooting these things.
Yeah,
I
but
think
maybe
you really only need one alive.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty. I think they would be pretty easy to kill, so we could try talking to them first. But if they start running away or trying to do something, then it's probably okay to just try to get rid of them.
Especially
So
if we know they're
catch rat
dangerous.
first, then shoot if needed.
Yeah.
Potentially. I mean, we can see if they'll even stay and chat a little bit.
But if it's feral, it just starts attacking you. Just
Yeah, then
Have at it.
there's nothing we can do. So
Okay.
okay.
Keep your eyes peeled.
all
Have
right.
you learned that one yet? How to peel your eyes? It's just
I
all
just
about
mean
keeping the
keep 'em-
eyelids open. Just you keep
Keeping them open. Keep an alert.
I hate this. So, as you make your way into the barn, it is a very simple barn with straw that is designed to keep the flock in, where there's definitely paths for groups of the flock to stay in various pens during the night. So, as you go in, has a lot of open space going up. You see that there are definitely some sheep on the left that are definitely kept in more closed pens. Some seem to be slightly ajar. There are various pillars keeping it open. There seems to be a chair that's usually used for the shepherd. So as you're going, you're just hearing all these general thoughts with the speak with animals. What do you all do?
Just following Rosa. And taking note around the barn, looking for the rats.
Okay, Alize, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Yeah, I was gonna see if there's like a vantage point, like a loft or something in this barn to
Yeah,
survey the ground a little more.
yeah, Zaven, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
I got a 12.
12?
22.
12, 22. Alize, as you're kind of looking around, it's hard to tell where the rats would be, but Zaven, as you're kind of looking around, you do look up and you do see between the pillars there are definitely cross beams to help distribute the weight. So you definitely look that there could be definitely an advantage point up there to examine things. So you can potentially climb up the pillars if you're able to get up there.
Yeah, I'll try to get there.
All right, so for this, that would be an athletics check. Yeah, this is basically you're straight up Mulan in this thing.
14. 14.
Okay. So you are able to go ahead and find a good grip against this rough wood. It does feel like it splinters a little bit, but not bad, but you're able to find a grip with your hands and feet and eventually make your way up onto the point where you're on one of the cross beams, kind of perched, just looking over.
We like watch him climb up.
Yeah, Alizé's gonna go and be like, ha.
I'll, as he's climbing up, Gideon's will strike a couple notes and the shadows hold them close, loyal hearts in darkest nights, but together they rise. And he'll kind of whisper bardic inspiration over towards him.
All right, so that'll last for...
Hmm.
You have that for 10 minutes.
D6, right?
Yep.
I would be looking to see if I do spot any rats kind of hiding out in the corners.
All right, perception check for me.
19.
19. As you're looking around and see all that, your eyes kind of glance down from watching Zaven climb on up and is just perched down. You look and you do see some rats far off in the distance that are running, that are kind of just slowly making their way through the barn, but they're far off, seem to be hugging the wooden wall of the pens on the basically. So if the sheep are on one side, they're hugging the side that you guys are on.
Okay. Are they far away enough that I can't see like any sign, like, you know, see their eyes or whatever it is, you know?
They're pretty far off.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say you see about two.
Two of them. Okay. I'll like tap like Alizé's shoulder if she's next to me.
Yes.
There.
Okay. And she's gonna like crouch and stealth towards the direction.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Ooh.
I'll stealth with you.
24.
24? 24. That just hit 24. All right.
I have a +6.
Yep.
I'll go with you. 15.
15.
But
What?
he's like a little back when he's like tasting the ground a little bit, seeing if there's not poop or anything, but don't notice rats here.
I'm just getting like the exterminator from Mouse Hunt vibes. Like,
Alizé's very crouched down and very like cat-like as she's making her movements over, and her sound disappears.
Perfect.
So there's a stealthing boulder behind you that loses you.
So, as you both kind of crouch your way forward, you just hear the rats. You just hear the rats just squeaking. I can't really pick up on the mic that much.
Heard the first one.
I heard it actually.
Yeah,
It was
just-
pretty good.
I heard the first one.
Yeah.
So you hear the rats coming on through. They don't really seem to pay attention to you, or don't even see, or are unaware of your presence. It's unsure, but they have definitely kind of stopped for a moment and kind of look up and are kind of sniffing the air. It looks like.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there anything in my vicinity, or as I was following this path of like a bucket or like netting or anything like that I can use to like try to trap at least one?
Yeah, I'd say there's a bucket.
Okay. She's gonna have that then, and then I guess try to catch it, being still stealthy, but also trying to.
Okay, I would say that this. Are you trying to throw and catch it like under the bucket, or
No,
scoop it?
she's still gonna try to be super quiet and sneak up and not throw it, 'cause she wants
Don't.
to still be
All right.
quiet. Yeah.
So at this point, I would say go ahead and make a stealth check followed by an acrobatics check. The stealth check will determine if the acrobatics is at advantage or not.
18.
Okay. So as you're kind of approaching, something you just see the rat look around, and it looks over, and it does catch a whiff of something and looks over, and it does spot you. So you still can't make your acrobatics check. It's just not going to be at advantage.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. 8 plus 8, 16.
So as you do so, the rat just gives out a slight squeal of surprise, and then you land the bucket down, and it just managed to dodge out as it kind of just hops away from you.
She is cursing in a Sylvan.
That was a real good attempt, Theo. Oh, Mr. Rat.
There's no response.
Oh, we didn't mean to frighten you. Oh, buddy, we're just here. We just wanted to come in and just make sure you guys are safe out here and not up to too much harm.
There's still no response.
You want some cheese?
Where is this rat gone?
This rat is currently still running down the path. It looks to be heading down toward Rosa, but you are able to have eyes on it, Zaven.
Okay. So as soon as it is close, I'm going to use my Blessing of the Raven Queen to land right next to it with my bonus action, and then grab it with my action.
You're just gonna basically just clouds of shadow just, and you just appear right in front of it. At this point, yeah, go ahead and make an acrobatics check. Versus it's.
I've never seen an elf do that. That is amazing.
Just to be sure, I'm going to use that inspiration for a 27.
27. Yeah, so totally as you go ahead and do so, you go ahead and just reach down and immediately just grab it as it just starts squealing and just writhing around and looking around, just trying to get released.
You did it! Amazing!
Don't let it bite you.
I won't. I'm holding it in a way so it won't bite me.
I'm telling you, Rose, we're on the other end.
Yeah.
I'm to you. I'm closer to you, so.
What's your AC? Zaven?
Mine?
Yeah.
14.
Okay, so as you do so, you see it does kind of try to bite down, and you manage to throw it in one direction, managing to avoid its bite.
Is there another bucket or something around that, or a deep thing that it might not be able to jump out of? I could have him drop it into.
I'll just grab it by the back of its neck, so it can't even reach me with anything.
Yeah.
Oh.
So having that, then you then switch to the back of the neck.
Oh, that's smart. Hi. We're not trying to hurt you. We're just trying to get some information.
There's no response.
Can I look at its eyes?
They are not they're not the usual red of a rodent's eye. These ones seem to be red on the outside, but yellow, but have a yellow iris and a black pupil.
Oh, iris, black pupil. Oh.
Is it warm to the touch?
There's a little bit of warmth to the touch.
It feels warm.
Oh.
So is that the opposite of what Gideon
coming over?
has? Or the same as Gideon has?
Gabriel?
Yeah. Similar to... So... Surprise, Gideon's Infernal. But... I didn't even consider that, but I guess it would be similar color scheme, yeah.
I mean, I did take that from a Fallen ASMR idea.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that makes sense. But...
Yeah. Nah.
Okay. So it's kind of interesting. Just pointing that out.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, look, the eyes are definitely not right.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Not-
Those look a little
not
bit
for a
suspicious
rat.
for a rat.
Has it transformed? It doesn't.
It's kind of look at the skin. Does it seem infernal, like the sheep? Does it seem like it?
Make a medicine check.
I'll make
Oh.
sure to kind of twist the head away from where she's looking.
Rachel, before you roll,
Yeah.
as you're looking in, because this kind of just matches up really well.
Yeah.
You'll hear whispers in the trees, two-colored eyes catch the light. Nature's song, hot and free. And I'll give you a bardic inspiration.
Okay, thank you.
Mike is making up for all the times Demi just didn't do anything except
she did her own thing.
When I did this, I'm like, and I'm going to use all of mine every session.
17.
17.
With the bardic inspiration.
Yeah,
Thank you.
As you're looking over it, it's a normal rodent hair.
Okay, this one doesn't look sick like the sheep. Hey, why aren't you talking?
And eventually, it just kind of, you get this strange sense where, Zaven, as you're holding it, it seems to almost get hotter and hotter. And eventually you all do see at this point, it become bigger and bigger to where the point you kind of have to drop it, Zaven, due to the size that it's getting to. Or at least, I'm sorry, no, the size wouldn't change all that much. But it's just starting to get bigger and bigger. And then suddenly it shifts and you see what looks to be this infernal creature, red of skin, red wings, holding a weapon, and just goes.
I don't think our speech works on this thing.
Oh my gosh!
At this
Am I
point,
still holding this thing?
It's a tiny sized creature, the same size category as a rat, so technically, but it is trying to break out. So I'll need you to make, since it is trying to break free from you, it's going to be athletics or acrobatics on your part.
Okay. 22.
It's still holding, but at that point, the moment it breaks free, you all hear from other parts of the barn. And at this point, I'm going to need us all to go ahead and roll for initiative.
You guys aren't going to mind if I punt a few of these things, are you?
It says
Yeah, we kill these? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no! This is like Dracto all over again, except tinier.
Yeah, it's Dracto time.
Yep.
Yeah, so where is this
It
initial?
definitely does
So the
not
initial
look
one will
good.
be about here.
Okay.
And we would have been down here, right?
Yep.
Wait,
Or were we like more this way? I'm
You
trying
all,
to figure out where
you all would have been
Alice and I would have been.
down this area.
Okay. I'm probably like starting to turn around a little bit. Yeah.
Yep.
oh, okay. So when we approached and we're looking at it,
When we were stealthing down on the map.
right? But I went back when
Yeah,
Resident
so you can be
caught
closer.
it.
Gideon was
Okay.
further
Gideon
off.
stayed back a little bit.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so I probably would have been like there.
All right.
Well.
So, Alize.
23.
Zaven.
This is the problem with these dice. I glanced at it. I thought it was a 12. Actually a 19 for a 22.
Wow.
They're hard to read.
Rosa
11.
and Gideon.
17.
Oh, all right. First up is Alize. Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. Well,
Wait, why did it write down 23 for me? Because you got a 13, right, Alize?
I got
Yeah,
23.
Oh, you did get 23. I wrote down right. I'm sorry. I have so many numbers going on.
You're good. You're good.
It was a busy weekend, folks. All right.
So we already have one that like we've caught.
Yep.
So Alize doesn't care, and she's just gonna try to shoot that one over there. So you hit those. 14.
That hits.
Okay. 9
All right, perfect. As you just take your arrow and just goes in and goes.
She seems very annoyed with.
All right. Next up is going to be Zaven.
All right, and you did confirm we're killing this Rosa, right?
Yeah.
So Zaven will just pull the dagger out and stab the one in his hand.
All right. Technically, you're attacking with melee, so this will go ahead and be flat roll, but you will still, if you hit it, it will still technically get sneak attack because you're attacking within melee.
Okay. Let's see. What's my bonus now? It'd be a 20 to hit.
That hits.
For 10 points of damage.
Okay. All right, perfect. It is still up as you just and blood just kind of just seeps from the wound. It's very hot to the touch. It looks up to you, goes.
You are not nice.
All right. Anything else you do in this turn, Zaven?
I will just hold it in a spot for Rosa to get an ideal hit, but keep it away from her essentially so it can't hurt her.
All right.
Holding it out.
Like a little bit away so you can approach it and do what you want to it, but like, not right next to you.
Okay. So at this point, it's going to go ahead and the first one going to go ahead and kind of fly on over to Alize. Yep. It's going to go ahead and fly there, and just with its stinger, it's going to go ahead and reach from behind and go and try and attack you. That is going to be a modified 20.
Yeah.
All right, that will be 3 points.
Silver bars.
3 points of piercing damage, and I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw. I'll pick that up later.
Why is that blue? Oh, it's just because it's proficiency. I don't know why it's blue though. That is a 16.
Okay. So as you go ahead and are hit by this, you do feel a little bit of venom seeping into your body, and you take 3 points additional poison damage.
Yep.
All right. Next up is Gideon.
Well, hells. Been sit on that for a little bit. Seeing Alize in combat, he'll, well, in the quiet glade, your gentle hands soothe the wild spirits. Harmony ain't gonna be embraced. And I'll give you Bardic Inspiration on that one as my bonus.
Who?
And for Alize, Bardic Inspiration.
Thanks.
That way everyone gets one. And then he was kind of doing all that while he's hooking his glaive together and then just kind of slowly walking up. And he looks very hesitant and not wanting to be here right now, but swings his glaive forward.
Okay.
Wild. Natural 20. Like,
I think that hits.
maybe
You have
if
a
I
calling.
just
You have
hold
a
back
calling.
a little bit and don't scare him, dice. All right. Well, I keep on forgetting to pull out my D10 too, because I'm like, I don't want to fight anything. There it is. Oh, roll twice, right?
Yep.
Jeez. 15, 19 points.
So good.
It's an 8 and a 7.
Okay, and it looks like that took a wallop on it, and it's still standing, but it is profusely bleeding from that. It's just looking like just flapping in the air, just barely flying.
Couldn't even do it in one hit. Oh man, buddy, I'm sorry. That's his turn.
All right, it's gonna go ahead. It is up, and it's gonna go ahead and just take its daggers. Its stingers are gonna come out, and that is gonna be a 17 to hit.
It's Gideon.
Against Gideon.
Yep.
All right.
Got a good old 12 AC.
Well, that will be...
Hard level 1.
Yep. That will be 4 points of piercing damage. I'll need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
On save. That would be 18.
So that'll be, you again, similar thing, you feel poison going in. That'll be 2 points of poison damage.
Ow.
All right. And with that, Rosa, you're up.
Okay. So yeah, she seems pretty shocked at the transformation, and she has her staff, and she's like, "Oh man, I don't want to do it twice in like 24 hours." And she cast Shillelagh on her staff. The stars kind of light up a little bit, and then she takes a whack at the one that Revenant. I was supposed to say Gideon again. I don't know. Just Gideon is stuck in the brain.
Can't help it. I'm sorry.
Yes.
All right.
But yeah, the one Revenant is holding. I'll hit that one.
He does have a devilish charm.
For nat 1.
Yeah,
Swing.
it goes a little bit wide, and Zaven, as you see the staff coming, you do manage to duck in time.
She shuts her eyes when she's doing it because she doesn't want to be doing this, and that's probably what made her.
Yeah, you just see it, this is such a wide swing, telegraph swing, you're able to dodge. I don't like nat ones hitting party members, so...
He saw her shut her eyes before she swung. He knew
basically
just in time.
Well, all right.
Sorry. That ends my turn.
All right, with the one that you're holding is up. It's gonna try and break free by going back and just taking its stinger and trying to attack you, Zaven. That's probably gonna miss with a 10.
That will miss.
As you look and you see it coming at you, you manage to go ahead and position it away from you as you just continue to just writhe and just try and shake itself loose. Back to the top of the order with Alize.
Okay. Just gonna look at this thing. Ah, you wee devil! And she's going to... I know it's ranged, but can I stick the hand crossbow I have in its face and mouth and shoot?
You can. It will be a disadvantage.
That's fine. I also have Bardic Inspiration with me, so... Okay, let's not toss it off my computer desk, though. It's fine. They were the same number. Dirty 20.
That hits.
Nice.
Uh, 7.
All right. As you go and just hit it, it looks, and just an arrow is just sticking out of its forehead. You just see a little bit of the fletching stuck in its skull, and it's still there as blood starts to perfuse out of the wound over the eye.
Okay.
All right. That your turn?
Oh, I can do favorite foe to it. I forgot about that. I was looking through my things. It's at the bottom of my thing, so I'm just gonna mark it as
Favorite foe?
favorite enemy. Or no, yeah.
Oh, you took the Tasha's thing. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was like, we're not doing the 2024 rules because I forgot they kind of called it the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm gonna do that.
Right. bonus.
Until I lose concentration, as if it was a spell.
Yep. Perfect. With that, Zaven, you're up.
All right. With this positioning, is there a way to get advantage on the roll with how I'm so close to Rosa too, as I kind of grappled in one hand?
Basically,
Stab
if you manage to make it a line.
Sure.
So basically,
I'll
if you position
swing over here for a second as I dodge out of the way of her staff.
Yeah.
And stand here. And I will try to stab this once more. That's a natural 20.
So either way, even without the advantage, there would have been a sneak attack because you're attacking in melee. So have fun.
All right.
So good. 2 nat 20s.
That'd be 19 points of damage on this one.
Whew.
Ooh, Blade Bros.
All right, with that, as you strike it, it just fire just envelops it from the feet upward and just turns to ash and dissipates. It is down.
There you go. Good form. Good form.
And with that, I will hustle over to here in bonus action with my other dagger, whip it out and try to make a quick stab at it. This one.
Oh, this one? This one?
Yep.
Perfect. Go ahead and make the attack roll.
That is... Where's my bonus? 14 to hit.
That hits.
All right.
So it's just a d4.
That would be a 1 on the d4.
Okay. Either way, as you go and rush up, you take it and just pin the thing to the pillar, and eventually it too.
At 1 hit point. Okay.
Nice.
Good job.
And I will just continue to move to here to get eye line on the other one. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Perfect. And with that, Gideon, you're up.
It's looking pretty hurt, right?
Oh yeah.
After that one, he's kind of like holding it and then pressing it up against the wood and just be like, I'm sorry again, and just unarmed, just gonna punch it in the face just to knock it out and finish the job.
All right, go ahead and do so.
I'm actually not proficient with the glaive yet, so I actually have a better to hit with unarmed than the glaive. So it's a weird economy
But
going
the
on.
fact
right
that
now.
you keep rolling natural 20s with the glaive is
I mean, it's not a natural 20, but a dirty 20
that still
for
hits.
5 points of punchy.
So that's 1 plus your strength.
Yep, 5 points.
So 5 points as you just go and punch it right in the, and you're trying to knock it out, not kill it. Correct?
I mean, no, I'm trying to kill it.
Okay,
but
just wanted
trying to finish the job. Yeah.
Perfect. As you do so, and you just punch it, and as you do so, you are also up against the beam as you just take the glaive in one hand and press it, and just the head just scatters and bursts against the beam, and eventually it flames and dissipates.
He seems very transfixed on what's happening there. Is just kind of taking it in. And
Are there any more?
that's him.
Yeah, Alize's on edge, looking around.
All right,
Yeah, are we out of turn order?
you're out of turn order,
Okay.
but you can go ahead and make perception checks.
13.
13.
7.
Yikes.
Okay,
Yeah.
and
Gideon's still dazed from the fight.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Like going to.
None of you really seem to see any other rats in the general area, or really anything else anything else worthy of note.
Mm. And so those of us who got hit in our backs, or their tails came up and
They're-
hit us? And
Their tails hit you wherever they could.
oh, okay.
Rose is
Alize's
like,
gonna check
blink-
herself.
oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's all.
Go ahead.
She's just gonna check herself.
I'll walk up towards you and I just feel a hand on your back and I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Thank you.
Yes, not a problem. May Thander's light bless you. So that's gonna be 11 points of healing.
Oh, that's a lot. Thanks.
Yeah, you would notice it'd be like kind of the same glow from like the chest area and then down his hands, but it's like a very pink and bright orange, almost like a warmth fire, as it kind of spreads over and heals you.
I'm gonna roll something just to see because of what happened. When I used my offhand to attack,
Mm-hmm.
the chain on my wrist that I kind of had wrapped up fell loose out of my sleeve, and it's now hanging there.
Sweet
Is he-
bracelet.
Notice.
Right now he's not as he's looking around, listening for things, but the chain's hanging out of my sleeve.
I was gonna say, I don't know if Rosa notices because her eyes are like filling up with tears again. It's just a lot. She's like, so she like goes to like look at the sheep to like pretend to be checking on them while she's like like trying to like calm herself down. But I would be trying to check on the sheep too.
Okay. I'll say go ahead and for this general animal handling check.
Sure.
Would a passive 10 perception you think be enough to catch whatever's on his wrist or no?
I'll say that's up to Zaven, considering it's a bracelet hanging off a chain hanging off.
It would probably clink a little bit.
That's true. So I think a 10 would at least you'd be alerted that there's
there.
something in that direction.
Okay.
I got
Alize probably looked at it, but
18.
18. Excuse me. You're kind of looking, and the sheep definitely are alarmed in this, but there's something also by your presence. There seems to be a little bit of a calming sensation that happens, considering that it seems everything is coming a little bit more calm, and just your general presence definitely helps them, their nerves calm down a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I'm just kind of soothing them for a few minutes.
Probably would probably notice a little bit after looking around and slide the chain back up into its sleeve. But
Wasn't sure if you'd allow, because I was going to say after I heal Alice, I was going to walk over and he's kind of grabbing your arm and be like, "Did you get injured?" And I'll cast Cure Wounds on you. And oh, what's that? As he's doing it.
on me?
Mm.
Oh, I'm uninjured, by the way. But
Oh, well, then he'll pump 1 point of healing into you with his lay on hands instead.
Like on hands. Oh right, that's a thing
His
for
healing
ASMR.
hands.
It's an ASMR thing.
Yes.
Healing hands, yeah.
This would be
Not
different
lay
than
hands.
this would, his eyes would flame up green, like a teal, bright bluish green, and then coalesce into like a soothing mint feel like on your arm. And, but yeah, he's well, more or less use that as a distraction to be like, "What was that?"
I was chained before I was sent here.
Like, held up?
I was chained up.
That's not good, buddy. We need to take that off?
No.
I'll just lean in. If you have no need to talk about it. Just pat you on the back. And kind of just move on. How are the sheepies there, Miss Rosa? Are you injured? Having a hard time telling who's injured or not.
I'm good. Are you?
Is she injured?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right. Nah, I'm good. It's good for the character. It's like,
Okay.
What?
You are.
it's
Healing
like
word.
blood coming down a whole chest.
I'll do healing word on him. You get 4 hit points back.
Oh, come on. Ladies love the scars. All right, all right.
They're better, yeah.
How many of these sheeps turned again? I have at least 3 names, but there's more than 3, right?
4 turned that day.
Just wasn't sure if it was 1 each, but
Oh, like per thing?
I
don't know.
any markings on these sheep here?
Yeah, the sick ones, how sick do they look compared to what we saw yesterday?
These ones seem to be fairly early, so the most is maybe some black veins are starting to form, but they're definitely not as far along as the other ones.
Okay, so we definitely know.
There anything in my book about creatures like these and what they could do to maybe cause this? And he'll hold the book out to you, Rosa.
Oh, yeah, I can look.
Do we know what those were? Like, have we ever seen those?
I'll say for that, you can go ahead and make a religion check to see if you know outright.
Hmm.
18.
18? Okay. 2?
They're not good.
Nope. They didn't seem like they were nice, that's for sure.
So, 18. Anyone else rolling, or is it just Rosa?
I'm going to assume he doesn't
Yeah.
know the difference between these.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Rosa, in your family's experiences and travels, you have some knowledge. You managed to gain some knowledge of fiends and undead and demons. These beings were typically are known as imps. So they are typically, basically, again, lower level servants of higher fiends and things of that nature. So they're everything seems to be tracking with what you're currently experiencing.
Sure. So she's like, she looks over at like the ash pile, you know, and she's like, okay, those are imps. Okay, yeah, so imps. And so she starts like flipping through the book to see if there's anything about imps or
Now,
You're really
anything
good
in
at that
area.
book.
Now, that book specifically covers like ways to help people and undead and stuff like that. Correct. So with that, as you're currently flipping, make an intelligence check.
Just a check for pure intelligence.
Pure intelligence to see if you're able to navigate. If you're able to navigate the glossary of the book.
11.
11. There doesn't necessarily seem to be anything that you can necessarily find on imps in this book.
I can't really find anything on imps, but that's what they are, is imps. They're like lower level of other demons and devils, like servants. Kind of like what she was talking about with the lemurs. Probably higher up
Alright.
on the chain, I would assume.
How
Yeah,
could-
because she said that the lemurs were the lowest
The
forms of all of them. Yeah.
How could an imp do this? Do you know?
Did you guys feel anything when it was biting you or hitting you?
Yes. I felt this rush of... I don't know how many times you've gotten poison in your system. I've definitely had it quite a bit. But it's just a rush. Unpleasant. Going through.
Wish Floyd poisoning worked the same way, just as quick. But I digress. Sorry.
Okay. So that might have been a way that it spreads. Do you guys feel okay? Do you feel hot?
I'm like touching your foreheads.
I'm fine.
But I mean, we didn't find bite marks on these things. Alize, the little personal space, maybe.
Alize, Rose. Oh, sorry.
The best part was you going, I'm fine, and then immediately.
It was like
You said you touched her forehead.
It was
She was
like-
just like, I'm ready.
it was like talking to an Oblivion NPC.
The zoom in.
So good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, sorry, I don't even remember what anybody was saying. That was wonderful timing.
I'm fine. I feel that there wasn't bite marks, but we also got stung. Not
No.
bitten.
But we haven't gotten sick yet. But these things have had the marks on the chest. It wasn't necessarily bite marks that we've seen. I don't know if these are maybe brands or just something in the proximity.
Well, they could have bitten them earlier, and it's like a slow spread potentially.
They
That's very true.
looked like rats, but weren't. That's magic, right? Could they do magic? Do you know?
Do I know if they can do magic?
With your 18, you know that they definitely do have magical abilities.
They can do magic, yeah.
Limited, but they can.
It's like really specific sets. I don't know exactly what it is, but you know, they can do it.
So it kind of makes sense and it kind of doesn't. I'm trying to come up. So we got. Sorry if I keep going back to my old habits here, but we have the victim, we have the murder weapon, we have the manner it took, but the motive here is still kind of confusing me in a way of like, I understand if we're just talking generic barbarism of just we're trying to, you know, get back in the material realm and turn all these humans into lemurs and not the prairie dog ones, but like the hellish ones. But like, is this just the manner to step up into that? Like, oh, we gotta go sheep first and animals? It's just, I don't know. It just seems very a little more chaotic and random. I feel like there's something more pointed behind all this.
It could be establishing an hierarchy of servants of whoever it could be. The sheep could be like an experiment to see if it works first, since they went first.
And that's kind of what I'm fearing, because that points to something higher up in the food chain in the hierarchy
Yeah,
that's wanting something worse than this.
that's usually how it goes.
Do you think they did that, or something else did this to the sheep?
I would think maybe they did that on behalf of someone else's bidding.
Well, it hasn't been 10 minutes yet, and I turn around. I walk right up to one of these sheep here.
Mm-hmm.
Hello there, dear friend. I'm so sorry for the fright we gave you, and I'll put out some, like, whatever grain and like little stuff he has in his pocket that he probably grabbed earlier.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just trying to soothe it. Can you help us? We're trying to figure out and help your friends, the ones that have probably gotten a little sick and overheated. Have these rats been bothering you all? How have you been interacting with them? Well, I'm sorry. Gideon Blanc's my name. What's yours? I met your friends.
Harry.
Harry Styles, my friend.
Hairy sheep.
Harry, yeah, can you enlighten me? Have you been being chased by these things, bitten by them?
Chased. Maybe attacked. Don't know. Go to sleep. Feel something in night. Wake up. Ill.
Something that night, he says. That's important. That sounds important.
Yeah.
Do they ever look like? Or are they still there? Or did they burn up?
They burned up, unfortunately.
Did you see when they turned with the wings? Have they ever looked like that before? Not like rats.
Haven't seen in time.
But you don't sleep well, huh? Your buddies, I'm guessing, probably don't sleep too well.
Not great.
Harry, does that keep happening? Or has it only happened once that you woke up with, like, being hurt?
Once. Me,
Once.
specifically.
Yeah.
You're very learned to know specifically. I was very impressed, Harry. That's a good word for a sheep to know.
Okay. Alright, so it does seem like one is what it takes.
I'm going
So,
to.
so to clear it up, because again I was trying to communicate it. He said one for himself. Oh no, you were saying one hit is all it takes. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was me. That was me as a DM that failed that check.
What were you saying, Marky?
I am going to go look to see if they had any belongings hidden in here.
Great
So I'm
idea,
just going to
great
start
idea.
moving through and just see if there's anything that the imps may have left here that
Right.
could be of use or evidence or things like that.
For that, I would say go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'll help him too.
No.
Alright.
Let's go. Not the worst roll, just still -1. 15.
I also got 15.
Hey,
All right. Well, as you are both looking around, you do find a strange strange pile of hay, almost. That doesn't seem to be naturally formed by the clumping of sheep eating it or laying on the ground or even just throwing it. It seems to be almost hastily thrown together.
Be careful with that, but let's look.
I can poke it with my staff, potentially. Like, I, hold it above.
Uncover a little bit as it's your staff.
Yeah.
Right. As you kind of move it to the side ever so slightly, you do find what looks to be a tiny satchel.
Tiny rat things, and I zoomed in on
A
that.
tiny rat backpack.
Remy's revenge.
So I'll go look at it if you. So I'll go
Rosa
down
doesn't
to
want
it,
to touch it, no.
and I will take a look at it.
Right. As you look at it and you open up the flap, you find that there are empty vials.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny vials?
Itty bitty vials.
Aww. Wait, I want some.
Are they all empty?
They're all empty. I would say there's about 3 empty vials. And it looks
They're
like...
all- I was just gonna make a joke. They're all fans of the little stuff. You know, when you put them together, make a little like.
Little
Mini,
cheeseburger with a
micro,
mini
mini.
kitchen.
Oh, it's like the little mouse that eats like a tiny burrito.
Mhm.
I have the Ratatouille music in my head right now, and it won't go away.
Are there any caps or anything here, or is it just?
The caps, at this point, if they were thrown about, will be very hard to find in this hay pile. But as you're looking through the satchel, it does look like there are compartments to hold various ingredients, but it feels like the satchel is largely empty at this point.
Any residue of anything in there?
At that point,
Drops left in it, or
I would say go ahead and make an investigation check since you're looking specifically into the vials.
Found a tiny vial.
13.
13.
Right there with the tiny cup.
As you're examining it, it's very hard to tell on this scale and in this lighting. Even with your dark vision, you think there might be some, but you can't know for sure. It's just very difficult to tell.
If I see what he's looking for, could I help him? Or, like, do it myself? Or
I'll say you can certainly try.
okay. What do you want? Investigation?
Investigation.
Oh, Got a 9.
A similar thing. It's very hard to tell.
Yeah.
Well, I will carefully place the vials back in the satchel and keep them upright so if anything is in there, they won't spill. Just kind of hold on to them.
Actually, I'm like, wait. I kind of have something maybe that could help. I don't know.
Okay.
So I will ritually cast detect poison and disease.
Nice.
Oh, I like it. So as you do so, 10 minutes pass. You do detect that there is residue of some kind within the inner portions of the wall. As far as whether or not there's like actual liquid, you're not sure, but you do know that disease was here in these vials at some point.
Nice.
So I'm like looking through it like through magic eyes now,
Yeah.
and like
As your eyes kind of
And-
like flash green.
yeah, extra vibrant for a second.
Oh, okay.
I'm like looking really close at the vial. I'm not touching it though. I'm letting like
Yeah.
Rosamund hold it.
Rosa, when you're
That-
looking at... Go ahead.
That looks like disease. Some sort of disease thing is in these vials.
When you're looking at it, is that a natural or arcane disease? Like, is it from a potion or an injection?
You can also identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case.
So this does not appear to be a natural disease. This appears to be one that is manufactured through various arcane means.
Tag me in, coach. Tag me in.
So definitely intentional.
This looks like someone made this in an arcane way, not natural.
Can I tag team off of that?
Yes.
Yes?
Well, you're going to take the more natural route. He's going to reach into... It's somewhere here. Oh, I haven't used this in ages. It goes into a pouch and... it is. Finds his little pearl. And he's going to walk over and cast Identify on that residue. And
Okay.
see if that will work. Me
So-
more of an arcane set.
So basically you're trying to identify the properties specifically. Just trying to-
Correct, yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So this you definitely do pick up elements of necromancy. Furthermore, you pick up various ingredients that really can only be found, that are not found on this plane of existence. But definitely that this is something that's made to cause an infernal disease that takes the nature of a disease that imparts an infernal curse.
It does say how to use it. Would I be able to
Oh.
pick up on how they were like actually, like, was it just digesting it to them?
Injection.
Well, Rosa, I don't think I would have thought to do that if it wasn't for you. I'm picking up heavy elements of necromancy, and it's definitely connected to an infernal, magical curse disease. So we definitely have the murder weapons.
The way they deliver it. Yeah. Okay.
Do you think if this is something that is made, this would be found in my book? What this is
Essentially.
specifically?
You can look through it
Something
again.
similar?
I can look.
Hold on one second, actually. I want to look at what my notes were for what I looked at last time.
And I do have an idea now about motive. If this was a test, because the sheep poisoned almost what did they say? A couple 10 days before any humans have gotten sick.
At least
So there could be
10 days,
more
yeah.
of these that once they found out it worked on sheep, now they moved on to humans in the city.
Yep.
Probably tiny pouches. Lots of places.
Now that we have more info, could I look at Resvant's book again to see if there's just anything else?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make another intelligence check.
It's a great book you got there. I'm just saying.
15.
So it's similar information that this just seems to be one of the diseases that is passed on via a potion. The exact manner in which to heal this is unsure, but it could be through natural means.
Okay.
So since it is a curse, potentially those who are afflicted with curses would know how to combat it.
So it's a disease that gives a curse, essentially.
Yes, it is a very specific disease that basically imparts someone with an infernal curse.
Sure. Okay.
And just to clarify, so are you
Yes.
saying that it potentially being natural and curse related, that it could be an antidote that could be found for it? Is that what you're saying? Or it has to be
Or
arcane?
like remove curse.
There could be an antidote, possibly.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Yeah. And so I show them I show them all like the portion what I found of just kind of like connecting some of those dots from yesterday too of the portion I found.
Resident's just gonna be looking around though and be like 1, 2, 3, counting the sheep, and say there are more than 3 sheep sick.
That is true.
To be fair, there are more than 3 vials too, right?
Please hold.
And I will take a stroll around the barn because this has a 30-foot range. So just see if I can pick up any other disease. I'll go up in the loft too if there's a loft. And
As you go and walk around, pretty much at every corner of the barn, you find more satchels and more vials that are empty. 3
so I'm
in
like,
each,
there.
3 in each satchel.
Oh. So I'm just pointing him out as I'm like walking.
Everyone's all collecting them. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are none that have any left.
Correct.
They used them all.
So how many does that make total?
12 vials.
12.
Okay.
Very
I wonder-
tiny vials.
I wonder if the shepherd would have any in his house. Do you think we'd be able to get up to his house before your magic runs out?
It's not that much of a walk, is it, from the barn to
It's
his
not
house?
that much of a walk, no.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's go do a quick check.
Yes, we should keep looking.
Just a brisk ice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
So, as you make your way up to the shepherd's house, near the back porch, you do detect about 2 more, all empty.
Point.
Mm.
I might even like ask Gideon, like,
Do you think you could knock and see if we could go inside her house?
Boom, 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 boom. Hey, we're coming in real quick, if you don't mind. And he just starts walking in.
Oh, I don't mind at
Oh,
all,
gosh.
dear. I don't mind at all, dearie. It's absolutely all right.
I'm sure you wouldn't mind out here in the fields. We believe we might have found some of interest. We wanted to scoop your house, make sure there's nothing down here as well.
Oh, absolutely. Quite all right.
Who's that tea?
Yes, if you want some tea, I can absolutely make you someone for you.
Bless
dearie.
your heart. I would love some. He
Right
sits
away.
down in a chair.
So she
Iron
goes.
for rats too.
Yeah. So Zaven, go ahead and make a perception check. Rosa, as you're going around, you're not really detecting anything that would be considered like disease or poison.
okay.
House
17.
is clear.
17. Not seeing any rats.
Okay.
It's okay. It's nothing here.
We'll wait for the tea.
2 vials outside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry.
there are
2 more
2
satchels with 3 vials each.
Oh,
Ah, okay.
so 6 more. Okay.
6 more.
Or
Were
to eight.
So you have
they
18 total.
were they kind of near like the house? Like so, these two were near the house where they were staying.
They were near the house, kind of like hidden behind things.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that would be very difficult to see unless you were very perceptive or had magic. So after that, Mrs. Bircham, a elderly halfling woman with long white hair, similar shepherd garb to with multiple layers of a dress, and comes in, gives you a nice little cup of tea. There you are, dearie. But how goes the search? I hear that you all were the ones to helped make sure that my dear Bircham was able to make it home all right.
Well, the search goes quite well. Your mister is quite lucky. Let me say so that our friends here were there to aid and such, and with their wise looks, we think we might have even found the source. Oh my, this is how Mom makes tea. This is very good. This is amazing. I did have a question for you though. I know hardships and everything, being a farmer and such, but have you felt any nightmares or trouble sleeping?
Well, nothing that I can necessarily recall. Though, outside of course, the ones that happens every once in a 10-day, but those are just ones that happened due to various stress and all the like.
Fair enough. And no fever, anything, fatigue,
Not
more
on
than normal.
Not on my end.
What about the misters?
Oh, well, him. The only fever that he runs is from running around trying to chase all those sheep in the hot sun.
Fair enough. Good. Well, it did seem that we found a few rats plaguing your sheep here, and
Told him to take care of those rats. Says he gets it done, but then he comes back and says, but then apparently there are even more in them. Little things getting where they're not supposed to be.
Good.
Roll sense mode or insight to
3.5 days
feel
coming
out.
back.
I know. I keep doing it all the time. That's the one I always say sense motive with.
Yeah, go ahead and make
Insight.
an insight check.
Just to see what kind of person she is a little bit.
Sure.
Or genuine, that kind of stuff. 19.
She's very genuine. She obviously has a clear love for her husband, but doesn't mind busting his chops every once in a while.
Okay. Just want to make sure there's no like nervousness about bringing up things or us looking around or.
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
He makes a good tea. You can trust her. It's all right.
Yes.
Oh well. These rats are a little bit more than just your simple field rats. They seem to be more of a hellish source. I would recommend, if you do find them, going to find maybe some of these Bahamut trainees and let them tackle them. They're quite dangerous. As you can see, some of the blood still on us. We took a good hit ourselves.
Well, I hope you're able to get that taken care of, love. But thank you for the information. I'll definitely make sure if Bertram can see if he can get some assistance to be able to keep an eye out for things.
Especially if they come back. We did clear about 3 of them, but...
Well, thank you for the assistance. I guess, can't really pay much, but I guess the cup of tea will have to suffice for now.
This is perfect. Bless your heart. This brought me back to my childhood. Thank you so much. Did if you want some, this is very, very good. Nice and refreshing.
I mean, if she was giving it, I definitely would have taken it. I was like clutching the teacup and just like sipping it, trying to calm down.
Oh, drink up. Come on.
She will offer it to you all. She's
rude not to drink it.
She's a traditional hospitality, offers it to every single one of you.
Yes.
And then if any of you bottom up, he takes the pitcher and fills it like up again. It's one of those like, you're rude if you don't, but if you drink too much, then
oh yeah,
they overdo it.
One of those things. Yep.
Mama taught me right. Well, I mean, does anyone have any other concerns before we head out then?
Yeah, just make sure, if you see any more, have someone go take care of them. Because they definitely are the ones that were infecting the sheep, so it seems pretty purposeful to
Oh,
And maybe pass the word to any of your neighbor farmers as well if they have similar issues going on.
oh. Well, I will certainly be able to go ahead and do that. Thank you for the word, and thank you for taking care of that mess.
Of course. I hope all your sheep feel better.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And we'll see if you could do anything to help them. That'd be a right blessing. But I think right now, knowing that at least there's a cause of it is going to suffice.
Well, it's good that good people came out to help because, we're not monster hunters or anything, but, just at least seemed a grace to your presence in this one. But we'll leave you in peace and get out of your hair.
Oh no, it is no bother of mine. But if you must be on your way, then you must be on your way.
Thank you for the tea.
Thanks.
Get up and push his chair in. Be super polite.
So
Start heading out and, well, should we go back to the Temple of Swords, or what do you guys think?
Before we leave,
yeah.
I'll just ask her. I know some people use different things that they grow to make ways to heal. Would you happen to have anything like that here that we could have access to?
Absolutely. We have various flowers around, various herbs of that that can be more natural remedies that's used in sort of the wild to be able to slow poisons and be able to help the body heal itself. It's not necessarily anything of a magical means that you would see from some sort of cleric or paladin.
May I have some?
Well, absolutely. I'll give you exactly what we'll be able to spare. I'll go since you didn't have any of the tea. I'll go ahead and say that that would be your little bit of reward for assisting us in this regard.
Thank you.
She goes ahead and gives you about 2 doses for natural healing. So.
While she's doing that, Gideon kind of slips out 2 gold and leaves it like on a windowsill where she won't see it right away.
Make a sleight hand check.
Oh, you're gonna try and out-southern me.
Yeah, I am.
Dang it. That's a 6.
She looks and she sees you palming something and trying to leave on like a windowsill or something like that, out of the way but still visible. And she looks like, oh no, don't you do that? I gave you tea and that is right, all right.
Oh, come on now. I gotta be doing what Mama told me was right.
What your mama taught you was definitely right, but I am not your mama, and I say what I say goes.
All right. I won't disrespect the missus. Thank you very much for your aid.
You see, the key with Southern culture is you got to out-polite each other.
Yep.
This is the 1, 2, 3. Then you can go.
Yep. Exactly.
So you paying for this ride? No, I can pay for it this time. We'll get it to you next time.
I have proficiency with an herbalism kit.
Yes.
Would these things be something that potentially could be worked into an anti-poison, anti-something?
I would say for that, looking at that, you know that they can definitely be used in healing properties for like to potentially heal a poison. So they could potentially be used in something more advanced, but you would definitely need more. But these are not bad beginning steps.
Okay, I will hold on to them.
And then in the plants thing, would survival help finding more of that stuff if we're going along? Because I mean that's for like foraging and stuff.
Yeah, survival. So basically at that point you'd basically be doing what Aragorn and the Fellowship did in Fellowship to help with slowing the poison for Kingsfoil.
Okay. Alizé will just go over to Resvin and just be like, if you need to find more of that stuff, I tend to have a keen eye for it.
Yes, please. This is a skill I've learned from my ancestors.
I can help you identify some things too if you need assistance. I cannot really make the things itself, but I know some plants.
I will make use of them if you give me any.
That sounded so epic.
So, with that, as you all make your way, having learned many things this day, you all make your way back to Highmoon with the 30-minute trek. The sun high in the sky of the summer's day. The heat is starting to hit you. As you continue on to find out what comes next. And that's where we're going into tonight's session. Hey there. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, then consider subscribing to be notified when more go live. Thank you to our official artists, Rachel and Dee Lee, for the character art. You can follow them under their socials, Pip400art and Raphaziel, respectively. If you want more D&D actual plays in between Revenants Wake, consider checking out games run by Mark and Mike on Twitch and YouTube under Marquee Gaming and Bardic Dice. And as always, thank you for the royalty-free music done by Kevin MacLeod, Ivan Dutch, Critical Role, and the Dungeon Playlist. Links to everything in the description below. And with that, we'll see you all next time.